Questions such as this one that we are going to take a look at right now seems to confuse a lot of learners when they encounter it because it looks complicated. But hear me out, it's not complicated at all. Every single question has got a solid foundation that you should have mastered somewhere along the line in your mathematical career already. So there's nothing really strange. It's just the way in which it is worded, sometimes the way in which it is presented to you that makes it look very complicated. So starting with the first question, they're giving us the parabola and the straight line, which you should be able to work with individually anyway. Then they say write down the coordinates of A, so you should be able to find that point there, which is the turning point of the parabola, the coordinates, the x and the y coordinate. And then they say find the length of AE. Now once you know what the x coordinate of the turning point is, that point over there, you also know what the x coordinate of point E is. And then you can substitute that into the equation of the straight line so that you can find the y coordinate of that point E, and you obviously have the y coordinate of A because that was the original question, finding the turning point, the coordinates of the turning point, and then you have the distance between those 2 points, and that's it. Looking at the next question, they say determine the lengths of BF and DC. Now looking at the sketch, BF will be that distance over there, but if you know what the y coordinate of B is, in other words the y-intercept of the parabola and the y-intercept of the straight line, you can then find that distance. And then the other point that they wanted, or the other length they want, is DC, which is just that distance between the two x-intercepts. So again, working with the parabola, find the x-intercepts and then just get the distance between those 2 points. Then the next question, number 3, essentially they're telling you, take the two equations that you got originally, just simply subtract f from g, and you should end up with that formula. Now that formula is very important that you understand this. That formula is a formula for the distance or the length between the two graphs. Because remember, if you take a look at the two graphs, we've got a distance there that's longer between the two graphs than, for instance, over there. So that formula gives us some kind of a value for wherever we are on the x-axis for the distance between the two graphs. And that then leads to the last question, where they're now saying to you, there is a specific point where that length between the two graphs is 31. Determine OR, which will be that length there. So you need to find that x-intercept where the length between the two graphs is 31, and use the previous question, that formula from the previous question. Use that to find the x value where the length is 31, and then just find that length OR, and in the process you'll answer the question.